Have you ever felt like you're running, but going nowhere? Like your mind is full of dreams, but your days are full of noise? This is the story of a man who felt exactly that, until one simple decision rewired his entire life.
His name was Daniel. Not a hero, not a genius, just a regular guy, working a job he didn't love, scrolling through his phone late at night wondering, is this all there is?
Then came the day everything cracked. Daniel's car broke down, again. He missed an important meeting, again. And that night, sitting alone in his dimly lit kitchen, he looked at his bank account and felt a deep, quiet shame. Not because he failed, but because he knew he'd been lying to himself. He told himself he was exploring options, but really, he was avoiding choice, because choosing one path meant saying no to all the others. And that felt like losing. So he stayed stuck, dreaming big, doing little. He'd watch videos about success, read quotes about discipline, but nothing changed because he never chose one thing to fight for.
Every morning, he'd wake up with 10 ideas. I should start a business. I need to get fit. Maybe I'll write a book. But by lunchtime, all those ideas were buried under emails, distractions, and that heavy feeling of not enough. He wasn't lazy, he just didn't know where to focus. His mind was like a radio tuned to 10 stations at once. Static, noise, no clear signal. And honestly, that's how most of us live. We want change, but we chase 10 things at once. And in the end, we catch nothing.
One evening, his old neighbor, an 82-year-old man named Mr. Ellis, saw him slumped on the porch. He didn't say much, just handed Daniel a small notebook and said, "Write down the one thing you'd regret not doing before you die. Not 10, 1. Daniel almost laughed. 1? That's it? But that night, he opened the notebook, and for the first time in years, he stopped scrolling, stopped dreaming in circles. He wrote 3 words: open a bakery. Not maybe, not someday, just that. And something shifted. Now, Daniel knew nothing about baking. He'd burned toast more times than he could count. But this time, he didn't look for shortcuts. He didn't jump to, how do I go viral, or how do I get rich fast? He asked one question: what's the very next step? So he signed up for a weekend baking class. Then he practiced every night after work, measuring flour, burning batches, learning from mistakes. His friends joked, "Are you really doing this?" His boss said, "Don't quit your job over a hobby." But Daniel didn't argue. He just kept showing up for that one goal. 6 months in, he ran out of money. He sold his gaming console, his extra TV, even his favorite jacket. There were nights he cried in the kitchen, covered in flour, wondering if he was crazy. But here's what changed. Even on the hard days, he felt alive. Because for the first time, his mind wasn't scattered. It was focused, clear, purposeful. And that clarity, it gave him strength no motivation video ever could. 2 years later, Daniel opened Morning Rise Bakery, just a small shop. 2 years later, Daniel opened Morning Rise Bakery, just a small shop on the corner. But every morning, people line up for his sourdough bread, warm, crusty, made with patience. He's not a millionaire, but he wakes up excited. He looks people in the eye. And when kids ask him how he did it, he smiles and says, "I stopped trying to do everything and started doing one thing well."
Now, let me ask you something. What's your one thing? Not your 10 dreams, not your someday list, but the one goal that if you pursued it with everything you've got, would change how you see yourself.
Then take one small step tomorrow. Because Daniel wasn't special. He was just tired of living in the fog. And the moment he chose one direction, the fog lifted. And friend, yours can too. Because here's the truth. Your mind isn't weak, it's just overloaded. Discipline isn't about willpower, it's about clarity. When you choose one clear goal, really choose it, you give your brain a mission. And your heart? It finally has somewhere to pour its energy. You don't need more time. You don't need more talent. You just need to stop chasing 10 shadows and walk toward one real light. So tonight, before you sleep, grab a notebook. Ask yourself, if I could only do one thing this year, what would make me proud? Write it down. Just 3 words.
Then take one small step tomorrow. Because Daniel wasn't special. He was just tired of living in the fog. And the moment he chose one direction, the fog lifted. And friend, yours can too. If this story spoke to you, hit like, share it with someone who's feeling stuck, and remember, clarity isn't found in doing more. It's found in choosing one thing and giving it your all. See you in the next story.